Hello, everybody. Welcome back. It is me, Devareay Williams, back to you with another review. This time, you're next. It was released in 2011 in Canada and 2013 everywhere else, including the States. This was actually my third time watching this movie. The first time I saw it, I was actually in the military and I saw it with one of my friends, and I thought it was the coolest thing ever. And I had a great time watching it. And on the third time watching it, there were some things I noticed I didn't like, but for the most part, it was still the same movie I loved back then. Right. This movie was directed by Adam Wingard, who also directed a movie called The Guest, which I hear is actually pretty good. So I might watch that, might even do a video on it. And he also did a movie called Hello, Death Note, my old friend. I've come to talk with you again. What is this movie about? Pretty much, it is a home invasion slasher movie. There's a family gathering. Some killers show up, but the killers don't know that one of the people in the house knows how to fight back. That's the best way I can say that without spoiling anything. What I liked, what I didn't like. We're gonna start with what I liked. First of all, finally, we get a home invasion slasher movie where the main character, more importantly the woman, knows how to fight back. It is great. Erin is such a cool, badass character. It's awesome to watch her wreck shop and to see everyone else react to that, and they're just like, oh my god, like, we didn't know you could do any of this stuff. It's, man, she's awesome. She's a great character. I want more of Erin. They need to make sequels, and okay, maybe not make sequels, but just more characters like Erin. We need those. The dark humor is really good, and I actually found out that a lot of the dialogue between the characters was improv, which I thought, oh, that's cool. And I think a lot of the dark humor comes from that, especially the bickering between the family members. It's really funny. This one was really, really funny. It's a mix of, it has really dark, brutal moments. The deaths are brutal. I love that some of the deaths are very creative. They're really, really cool. I love the simplicity of the killers. Just, they have animal masks, and like, they basically look like the Shield, but with animal masks. And I think that's simple. It's simple, it's creepy, and you know what, it's cool. But watching it like recently, I can't help but think of Eric Rowan from the Wyatt family when I see the guy in the sheep mask. I just can't. I can't help it. I love the sound design of this movie. The sound effects are really cool. When someone's getting bashed with a hammer or an axe or something, you hear all the squishing and just the crunches. I love the swing sound you hear when people get like knives and stuff, and the brawl when people. There's a great. I'm sorry, I'm like rambling. I'm sorry, but one of my favorite shots is when one of the killers comes through the window, and it's like a slow motion, and it's like boom. And he just comes through the window with this axe. And I think it's the Tiger Mask one. And it's just the coolest shot. This movie has some really, really neat shots. I love the music. The music's really good, especially when it gets into the synth score. It gets fantastic. I remember loving that when I saw it in theaters, and it's great here. This movie has a great retro feel to it. At least I think so, especially the use of the synth music. The characters are really entertaining, especially the asshole brother. He's great. They do a good job of making these characters. They're not deep or anything like that, but they're interesting. They're not really likable. You kind of want a bunch of them to die, but they do a good job of at least making them entertaining, since you're going to be spending quite a bit of the movie with them. There are 2 twists in this movie. The first twist is pretty cool. It's interesting. You're like, whoa. And upon a second viewing, or in my case, a third viewing, you kind of pick up you start noticing stuff. So they plant the seeds of it. So that's cool. I'm going to get to the other twist in the what I didn't like section, because the other twist I didn't like. It. Some of the camera work in this movie is really, really cool. There are some shots that would be great for wallpaper, like on your, wallpaper on your computer. Not like house wallpaper, that'd be weird to have it on there. But wallpaper like on your computer. But there are some cool shots that you could make stills out of, and I appreciate that. I appreciate those. This is just a really fun movie. It's a really fun, dark, but at the same time lighthearted, just blood-soaked good time. I had a blast watching this. I hope Erin, the one that fights back, I hope she becomes an iconic character in years to come. I hope people look back at her in like 10 years from now and go, that was a badass female who did badass stuff. And it's like, yeah, move over, Wonder Woman and Lara Croft. You know what, to think about it, I can't think of too many badass women. You know what, let's go down a list of badass women in movies. Wonder Woman, Ripley, Lara Croft. Oh, freaking in Tomb Raider, Terminator. Fucking the lady, I forgot her name, but she's cool. That's 4 names I got here. I know there's more. I'm sorry, I'm failing right now. There's only 4 women I can think of that are. Oh, Love is pretty cool in the new Blade Runner. Go see that. She's neat. But that's 5. I think that's 5. I don't know if I lost count or not, but I can only come up with 5 women, and one of them I can't even remember her name. So, yeah. But I really hope this movie goes into like cult status, cult classic. I hope it does. If it hasn't already, I hope it does. The actors in this movie are great at dying. Now, I know that's probably like a small thing, and it is, but it's something, it's important, okay? When people are good at dying, it's great to watch, because you're like, holy shit, that guy's good at dying. Because people bad at dying, oh, you notice it. Like, you notice when people who are bad at dying try to die, you can tell that they suck at it. In this movie, they're good at acting and they're good at dying. And that's all you need in this movie, in my book. But no, really though, you ever seen people in movies who are bad at dying? It's really hilarious, actually. The bad. Now, here's the stuff I did not like about this movie. The other twist near the end of the movie is pretty obvious. Didn't care for it. This movie's jump scare city. You know how I feel about that. I hate them. They're cheap, especially when they're followed by the down thing. It's not. You don't need it. We don't need it. This movie would be so much better if those weren't in it, didn't need them, hated them, let them go. We gotta stop doing that, okay? Make horror movies great again. We gotta quit doing that jump scare bullshit. We gotta stop. A thing that annoys me in movies is unnecessary handheld. And what I mean is, I understand when movies use handheld to show people's mental state, like when they're unstable, they shake it a little bit. I just don't get it when there's moments that you can film perfectly with the camera on a tripod. You know, if it's just family having a good time, you're hanging out with your girl, just sit the camera down and let it film. I don't like unnecessary handheld. I feel like this movie has a lot of unnecessary handheld, and it's noticeable this time. I didn't notice it the first 2 times, but this time I was just like, get on my nerves. Just sit the camera down every now and then. Just sit it down. Just boop, like right now. Just sit it down. It's not shaking. Keep it like it is. I don't understand. That's just me. But that's really all the bad stuff I have to say about it. Overall, this movie is enjoyable. I think it's a great movie to add to your Halloween movie night. It's got enough violence and blood. So yeah, I definitely think this is something you should add to your horror movie night for Halloween, or just whatever horror night you do. I've added it to mine. I tend to watch this. I look at this, Trick or Treat, which that's coming, and The Shining every Halloween. Obviously, I watch Hocus Pocus and Not Before Christmas also during Halloween season. Those go without saying. But those other 3 are ones I watch every. Oh, and also Krampus. I gotta review Krampus. Technically that's Christmas, but I think it also works as a Halloween movie personally. But whatever. But yeah, go and see Your Next. It used to be on Netflix. It's not anymore. So, but if you have the means to see it, please watch Your Next. Adam Wingard. I hope your King Kong versus God. Is it called King Kong versus Godzilla? I think it's that. Whatever it is, I hope your new King Kong movie is really good. I hear The Guest is great. Your Next is great. Just hope your next one's great. Hope it is. We all have our bad times. You win some, you lose some. In the case of Death Note, you lost.
Big league.
It happens. It happens. That's all I have to say. Thank you for watching this video. Please like and subscribe. Tell your friends. If you hated what I had to say, then you hit that dislike button and I will try harder for you, all right? Thank you. Keep on watching anime. Keep on watching movies. Keep on doing you. Bye-bye.